Have you ever faced rejection in your life? Remember that sinking feeling, the disappointment, the self-doubt? Rejection, it's a bitter pill that we've all had to swallow at some point. It's an experience that is as common as it is painful, seeping its way into various aspects of our lives, be it through a declined job application, a broken relationship, or even a disconnect within our own family. These experiences can leave us feeling guilty, sad, and filled with a sense of loss. It's an emotional cocktail that can shake our self-worth and self-esteem to the core. Rejection doesn't discriminate. It's an almost universal experience that we all share in our own unique ways. The sting of rejection can be overwhelming. It can feel like a heavy weight pressing down on your chest, making it difficult to breathe, to think, to function. But remember this, while it may be hard to see through the fog of disappointment, however, as difficult as it may be to believe in the moment, rejection does not signify the end. In the face of rejection, it's easy to feel like everything is over. But what if it's just the beginning of something new? Indeed, research has shown that rejection can be the spark that ignites the fire of personal growth and self-awareness. It can feel like a cruel blow, yet it often serves as a mirror reflecting back to us areas of our lives that need attention or improvement. And while it might be a bitter pill to swallow, it can also be a powerful motivator, pushing us to strive harder and reach higher. Let's consider a story that illustrates this point. It's about a woman named J.K. Rowling. Yes, the same J.K. Rowling who gave us the enchanting world of Harry Potter. But before she became one of the world's most successful authors, Rowling faced her share of rejection. Numerous publishers turned down her manuscript, with some even suggesting she get a day job, as they felt she had little chance of making money in children's books. Yet, Rowling didn't let the rejection stop her. Instead, she used it as fuel to keep going, to keep improving, and ultimately to prove them wrong. Or, consider the story of Walt Disney. He was fired from a newspaper for not being creative enough. Imagine that. The man who would go on to create the Magic Kingdom and change the face of animation was once considered not creative enough. But Disney didn't let the rejection define him. He took it as a challenge. He used it to spur on his creativity, to push the boundaries of what was possible. These stories remind us that rejection is not an end, but often a beginning. They remind us that rejection can be a catalyst, a trigger, pushing us towards growth and self-discovery. Through the lens of rejection, we can gain a clearer understanding of our strengths and weaknesses. We can learn resilience, determination, and the value of perseverance. So you see, rejection can indeed open doors to self-discovery and new opportunities. It's all about how you choose to view and respond to it. Instead of seeing rejection as a dead end, consider it a detour, a redirection towards a path you may not have considered, but could lead you to something even greater. Now, let's say you've just faced a rejection. How do you navigate through it? Rejection can feel like a heavy burden, but it's important to remember that it's not a reflection of your worth. It's a part of life, a universal experience that everyone, yes, everyone, goes through at some point. So, the first strategy for coping with rejection is not to take it personally. It's easier said than done, we know. But it's key to remember that rejection is often more about the rejector's perceptions, needs, or circumstances, and less about you. Now on to the second strategy, acknowledging emotions. It's natural to feel upset, hurt, or even angry after a rejection. It's okay to feel these emotions. Actually, it's more than okay, it's necessary. Bottling up emotions can lead to a whole host of problems down the line. So let yourself feel, express, and then work through these emotions in a healthy way. This could be through journaling, talking to a trusted friend or family member, or seeking professional help. Lastly, understanding that rejection is a universal experience can help you feel less alone. Everyone, from the most successful individuals to the person next door, has faced rejection at some point. It's a shared human experience, and there's comfort to be found in that. Now, let's delve a bit deeper. Cognitive behavioral techniques can be hugely helpful in coping with rejection. These techniques help you identify and challenge negative thought patterns, replacing them with healthier, more positive ones. For instance, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm a failure because I got rejected," you can challenge this thought with, "Rejection doesn't define me, and it doesn't mean I'm a failure." Remember, rejection is a part of life, not the end of it. It's a temporary setback, not a permanent state. And more than anything, it's an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. So the next time you face rejection, remember these strategies and navigate through it with grace and resilience. Rejection, while painful, can be managed and turned into a stepping stone for growth. Rejection may be a bitter pill to swallow, but it's the perspective that makes all the difference. Perspective is like a lens through which we view our experiences, and by adjusting this lens, we can dramatically alter the way we perceive and respond to rejection. When we view rejection as a devastating blow, it can feel like the world is ending. But when we change our perspective and see it as an opportunity to learn and grow, it becomes something entirely different. Let's talk about resilience. It's the ability to bounce back from adversity, to pick ourselves up after a fall, and move forward. Resilience doesn't mean we won't experience difficulty or distress. It means that when we do, we won't let it break us. Instead, we grow stronger. Rejection can be a powerful tool to build resilience if we allow it to. It's in the face of rejection where we learn to be persistent, where we learn to be patient, and where we learn to have faith in our abilities. So, how do we cultivate this perspective? Firstly, remember that rejection is not a reflection of your worth. It's easy to internalize rejection and let it affect our self-esteem. But remember, you are not defined by someone else's opinion or decision. Secondly, see rejection as feedback. It's a chance to reevaluate, to learn, and to grow. Use it as a stepping stone towards your goals, not a roadblock. And finally, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Rejection hurts, and it's okay to acknowledge that pain, but don't let it consume you. Instead, treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend in the same situation. By shifting our perspective, we can transform rejection from a painful experience into a catalyst for growth. We can use it to build resilience, to learn, and to evolve. Remember, rejection does not define you. It's merely a chapter in your story, not the whole book.